So you might be asking yourself, what's next? Well, I don't really want to get into another big bossing grind, but collection log stuff is where it's at. And you might see we're at a measly 626 of 1361 on the log. So let's knock out some easy collection log stuff that I can get pretty quick. You might know Castle Wars is some of the slowest content to do for the collection log, but I actually got a Ceradome and Halo for one of the events that we did for the clan, and if you didn't know, you can actually trade back items to Castle Wars for 100% of their value. So I bought this for 75 and I can still sell it for 75. So if I sell back my Halo, I can then buy the other Halo, sell that back, buy the other Halo, and then all of this gold gear is ridiculously expensive, so we'll have to play a lot more games to be able to get those. Just off of doing that alone, we ended out getting all of those collection log slots, 27 free collection log spots right there. Next up is something that no one, including myself, ever really does, called creature creation, which is down here. And if you mix these like items together, you create these weird abominations, and then you can kill them and they have a chance at dropping these different satchels. Most of them are pretty common, so let's kill a bunch of them and get some new items. Oh, literally first try. Easy game. Oh, there we go. Got the green satchel. There we go. That was quick. Oh, wait, no, that's the tea flask. You can get the tea flask from any of them. There we go. There's a satchel. That was quick. Ooh, another flask. Another flask. So giant frog legs weren't buying for over double GE price, and only a couple hundred are traded a day, so I guess I'm Iron Man style in this. What in the fuck is that abomination? Kind of like a tadpole. That's kind of cool. Hey, we got it. Nice. I was going to be pretty upset if we didn't get it in the drop rate and had to go back and get more frog legs. Next up is pest control, actually. Obviously, we've got the Elite Void and regular Void, but we need the Seal and the Mace. The Seal is only 10, but the Mace is 250 like the other pieces, so we're going to be here for a little bit, but not too terribly long. One of the guys here at Pest Control is actually using the new resurrection spells, or minions, or whatever you want to call them. And I've never seen them before. It actually looks kind of cool the way that they're animated. And that there should be the last game that we need in order to buy our 2 items from the Void Knight shop. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. I really got into Master Chef, so it flew by pretty quick. So we just need the Void Knight Seal. And then the Void Knight Mace. And that finishes off our pest control. Next up, I kind of want to do Mage Training Arena, but I do know that's going to be quite a lot of points, so it might take a while, and I might only do a little bit of it right now. Now we have enough points we have enough Enchantress points in order to get all the wands. Next up, let's do the Graveyard one. That's pretty easy. And that's 480 Graveyard points, so we are done with that one. You actually get quite a few runes for some reason. Next up, alchemy, I guess? We did, however, take a detour to the ruins of Camdozaal in order to get the Baronite items, as well as the ancient items that we needed from here. Starting off with the mining ones because that is pretty much the most AFK, and I needed something to AFK while watching the new episode of MasterChef with some of my friends. There are 3 different activities around Camdozaal that you can do. There's mining, fishing, and killing these little guardian creatures. And for each of those, you acquire one of the different Baronite mace pieces that you can combine together for the Baronite mace. And then mining also has 5 different artifacts that you can collect for the Varrock Museum, as well as the Imkondo hammer, which is a wieldable hammer. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, we got a new one, baby. About damn time. So I am a total idiot, and I forgot that there are upgrades that I can get with this guy here. And then I can do temporary ones for this here. But we got all of the other upgrades. Wow, I'm really stupid. I thought there was still one more item that I was going for here, but I'm not. That ancient globe was the last one that I needed. The hammer I just need to rebuild. And then those other 2 pieces I get from fishing and from fighting the golems, and then I build it into the mace. I did still get pretty unlucky on the globe though, because I had at least 2, if not 3 of every item before I ended up getting that globe. Next up is fishing, and all we need is one of the Baronite mace pieces from here. You can prepare and sacrifice these fish on the prayer altar in order to get some prayer XP, but it's pretty slow for a member, so I'm not going to bother. Well, that was really quick, literally in the first inventory. And now lastly, we just have to kill some golems and have a chance at getting the guard, I believe is the last piece that we still need. Hey, there we go, that's the guard. Took us 98 kills to get. I'm sorry, 89. Repair, please. Nice. There's the wieldable hammer. And then do we show that to him? Construct the weapon. And there's the mace, which is a pretty good weapon for free to play, actually. And that is Camdozaal finished. Back to Mage Arena, finish up those ones. And there we go, that is the last of the telekinetic points that I needed. The only one left is alchemy now. Okay, now we should have enough. There we go, 480 alchemy points. And now if we trade with this guy up here, we should be able to buy the beginner wand, then upgrade to the apprentice wand, teacher wand, and then no! I miscalculated how many alchemy points I needed. Okay, I'm back, and this time with the correct amount of points to buy the master wand. There we go. And if we check the collection log, there we have it, 4 new items, and we still have the robes and gloves to get. One thing I'm going to camp for a little bit, I think, is going to be Mithril Dragons, because they have a chance to drop these notes down in the Barbarian Outpost caves. I don't remember what they're called. And also Chewed Bones, which we need to give a chance at the Dragon Helm. It would be better to do them on task, but there are so many, I kind of just want to pick up a couple quick. There's our first Chewed Bones. Hey, a new ancient page, nice. Just got another ancient page, but I guess it was a duplicate? I didn't even think you could get duplicates, but that's annoying. Back-to-back ancient pages, and this one isn't a duplicate, nice. Wow, on fire with these pages now. I'm assuming why I got a duplicate page was because I didn't look at the other page. So if I keep using them, then we shouldn't get duplicates, I think. So I'm done with killing dragons for now, but we do have 4 chewed bones to see if we somehow get stupidly lucky and get the dragon full helm. Never lucky. Next up, it wouldn't be a camping online video if we didn't do some clue scrolls. So I'm going to do a bunch of hard clues with magpie implings. We still have a ton of uniques that we need, so it should be pretty easy to get some of these slots. And then I'm also thinking of doing some easies, because we still have a ton of slots in there too. So I just finished opening 170 impling jars for those clues, and surprisingly got 10.8 of my like 14.5 mil back, 13.5 maybe. And then we've got 18 clues that we got from the caskets, plus one more that we got that we already had in the bank. Here are some beginners that I had stored up for no reason. An easy. Now on to the hards. Neither of those are new uniques. That feels bad. Hey, Armadillo or Ceridome and Coif. Apparently the Armadillo chaps aren't new. Ceridome Stole. Enchanted Hat. And a Pirate's Hat. 4 new uniques. Nice. And it comes out to 12.7 mil. That's depressing. The last thing that I want to do is the Brimhaven Agility Arena, but in order to recolor the Graceful, you need to have a Graceful set. And I don't want to remove the color on any of my other Graceful sets, so we're going to have to get another set of Graceful, but we're over halfway there, so it shouldn't be too bad. And this right here makes 260 tokens, or marks of grace, so we can buy a new set of Graceful. 800 tickets for the pirate hook, what the hell? Gosh damned it. Because we have the Karamja Elite Diaries done, we have a 10% chance of getting a second ticket when we tag one of the posts. And we finally got our first double ticket after 58 tags, which at that point I was just going mad. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Do I need to wear the gloves? But no, we just got super unlucky. Hopefully it turns around from here though, because it takes quite a while, and getting that 10% more tickets will definitely speed things up in the long run by a couple hours. Here's the last ticket that we need. So there it is. Let's teleport back to Jackie. And now if we trade her, we can recolor our Graceful and get 6 new spots on the collection log. Took a while, but worth it, I'd say. Also because the blue Graceful also just looks good. But there is still one more item, the Pirate's Hook, but that's 800 tickets. So I'd have to be here for quite some time, and I really don't feel like doing that. So we're going to move on to something else. The next thing I want to do for a bit is Trouble Brewing. I haven't gotten any of these uniques at all, but there are a couple of them that are pretty cheap in there. So I figured it would be an easy one to knock out a couple easy log slots. So let's go do that. It's mostly AFKing, so it should be pretty easy. For the max pieces of eighth that you can get here, which is the reward currency, all you do is fill up a bunch of buckets, go upstairs, and then just deposit them into the boiler. And for each bucket of water that you deposit in the boiler, you get 1 piece of eighth, and you're capped at 100 points per game. And now we just do nothing for 12 minutes and collect our reward points. There's the first game down, and of course we get 100 pieces of eighth. So if we go here and trade, we should already be able to buy rum, the other rum, and then the stuff, which should be 3 new collection log items. Yep, I don't know why or how, but I got 102 pieces of eighth that game. So apparently your individual pieces get capped at 100, but then our team also brewed 1 rum, which means we got an extra 2 pieces, which is like nothing in the grand scheme of things, but still interesting nonetheless. So here we are with some pieces of eighth. After quite a few games, if we come in here, I believe the hats are the ones that are 500. So we'll pick up 2 of the hats, and that'll be 2 new collection log slots right there. But after that, I think we're going to go to Castle Wars now. Actually, I take that back. I feel like actually playing the game right now. And we have 2 more items we need from the Gnome restaurant. And if you check in my bank, I have got a lot of Gnome restaurant items from a long time ago just sitting around. So I would love to finish the Gnome restaurant and be able to sell these all off because they're really bugging me just sitting around. If you're not familiar with the Gnome restaurant minigame, I wouldn't blame you because pretty much no one is. What it is you get a delivery request from the gnome guy here, and then he tells you to deliver a certain gnome food to someone, and you either have to cook the food or buy it off the GE and go deliver it to them. The uniques are kind of weird for this minigame though, because you can only get the uniques from certain NPCs that you do deliveries for. So some of the NPCs can't even give you the items that you want at all. So you can just decide to only deliver to the people that will give you the item that you need. But if you cancel the delivery to the ones that you don't want to do, you have to wait like 5 minutes. So I'm just going to brute force it. Well, there's our first unique goggles, but we already have those. Hey, Beekeeper's hat. I think that's the last item with Beekeeper that we needed, too. Nice. Ah, didn't even get the unique from him, though. Shaking my head. Delivery number 200. And so far, we've only gotten the 2 items that we already had. So I was just complaining earlier about how I can't cancel tasks that I don't want to do because they don't give me a chance at the unique. However, the wiki shows a bug that after you've built up enough reputation from doing enough of these deliveries, you get rewarded with gnome food. But if you don't collect the gnome food, then the guy who gives you the tasks gives you an extra dialogue. And because he gives you that extra dialogue, you can actually overwrite what your current delivery is. And you can just keep spamming it until you do get the delivery that you want to do because it gives you a chance at the unique, which is super nice because it makes this faster, easier, and I don't have to use as much gnome food, which is expensive and hard to buy on the GE. Only the 4th one so far going for the gnome scarf, and we get another pair of goggles, which is the same drop rate, so that's fun. Literally the very next one, we get that gnome scarf. Very nice. Yes, there we go. That's the final thing that we needed. And we are finally done with the gnome restaurant, which is great because when I was actually doing that minigame, it was horrible. So thank goodness I found a way to do it faster because that just saved me actually like 3-4 hours of my life. Here's everything that I got from the gnome restaurant minigame, and interestingly enough, I got one gout weed from it. Comes out to about 2 mil, which is actually kind of impressive, but it took me like 7-8 hours to do that. Okay, so first I think I'm actually going to get the mermaid harpoon or mermaid trident, but in order to get that I have to do this underwater agility thing, but I'm not sure how to do that. There's the trident that we need, 400 tiers. This mini game is actually super easy. It's pretty similar to the Brimhaven agility course, where you have to travel around this area, and every now and then where you're supposed to go changes, and then in this case you have to thieve from either these clams or chests in order to get mermaid tiers, as well as this other currency that you exchange for XP. You do have to keep in mind your oxygen levels, but it's pretty easy, and as long as you pick up pufferfish along the way, you never really have to worry about your oxygen. There we go, 400 tiers. Now we just have to go back out to the front lobby there and purchase our trident. That took us a little bit under 3 hours, plus I drowned twice, so if I wasn't stupid and didn't drown, that probably only would have taken like 2.5 hours, probably. And now if I trade with her, we can get the Merfolk Trident, and that's a new collection log item. Additionally, we were only getting about 1,000 XP per hour, but we can trade in these tiers to get ourselves some agility XP. Do I have to do, oh, there we go, all. Which is 100 and, oh, wow, that's actually not even horrible XP.
113,000 XP over the course of 2.5 hours or so.
The Runelight tracker's saying about 40k per hour then, which is not horrible. I'll take it, all right. And while we're on topic of underwater things, we might as well go kill these crabs real quick for a 1 in 16 chance of getting the fresh crab shell, I believe is what we need. We've got the claw. Hey, that was even quicker than I was expecting it to be. And that, of course, pushes us up to the 700 uniques mark. So we're starting to come along pretty good. But we do have some nummulite here. Hey, we do get a new note here. Another one. Third, wow. Oh, sheesh. We've got all the Fossil Island notes now. Nice. That is a really good way to end her off. So that is going to be where we end off, I think, and we're just going to go back to Castle Wars for a little bit, because like I said, I have my bond alted up, so we can just run games of Castle Wars where I can easily get 3 tickets every game, and then just AFK for the rest of it while I'm studying up on this new language. I'm looking forward to starting to do more collection log stuff, because there are way too many collection log slots I have not filled out, so we need to start getting to work on that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time with more collection log stuff, more bossing, and just further progressing this count. Alright guys, take care, and stay hydrated.